Hey, what's going on, guys? Dan Darrow here with another Options in Play video update. So, who's ready for the Fed, right? It's been a little bit slower of a week for scheduled news. Today, kind of a quiet session. I think a lot of people just waiting around because tomorrow is going to be a pretty significant catalyst. Not only for this week, but it really could set the tone for like the next couple weeks. Similar to kind of how things developed after the Fed meeting in July, right? And well, I want to say thank you for those that were at last night's option session, that stuck around to hang out, talk options, talk shop, and how I'm going to tie that in is that we actually went over quite a bit of this in last night's option session, just breaking down the overall developments that have taken place in the last couple of weeks ahead of this Fed meeting, ahead of the rate decision. Talked about options, the pricing going in, spiders, Qs, treasuries, oil, gold, silver. It was just a ton of stuff. Very, very, very busy night. I mean, there was so many things that have gone on just in like a short period that there was so much to cover. So um, if you weren't able to make it, definitely go back and check that out, especially ahead of tomorrow, just because likely to be a lot of, of things moving around tomorrow, just in reaction to what takes place. And I don't know if you're familiar or if you really follow the Fed funds futures, right? And why I say a lot of stuff could be moving tomorrow is like I think most people, maybe if they haven't been paying attention, they would say, "Oh, everybody's expecting a 25 basis point cut." Actually, that's not the case. So expectations have really been moving. All right. So when I looked last week, so let's pull this up and we'll come back to the chart. So when I looked last week, so this is a free tool, free website. You can check it out. Basically, it tells you what expectations are from a probability perspective. All right. So look at this, just about even, 49.6 to 50.4. All right. So this is for a 25 basis point cut. This is for rates to hold steady. Right? So that's basically even money. It's split. And what's amazing about this is how fast this has moved. So from last Monday, there was about a 91 to 92% chance of a 25 basis point cut. So in a little over a week, this has gone from not like 100% certainty, but a 92% probability of a 25 basis point cut, now down to actually under 50%. So just on Monday from Monday morning, it was at for well Sunday night into Monday morning, it was at about 77%. Then yesterday when we were at going over this, we're breaking down this setup into the Fed. It was actually about 65%. And now today, one day later, it's actually below 50%. So you can see expectations are changing so fast. And now it's basically split 50-50. So if you thought that it was going to be like a ho hum, just cut 25 basis points, move on. Well, that's not actually where the expectations are right now. So with things moving that fast and basically split between a 25 basis point cut and holding steady, actually now I mean there's more people thinking that a 25 basis point cut won't happen. That just seems to me like it's like a recipe for volatility, right? When things are moving that quick, expectations are shifting that dramatically in such a short period of time. And now there's like, half the people think there's a 25 basis point cut, half the people aren't expecting one. That just seems that, it's setting up for a bigger move. At least, half the people are going to be surprised, right? And after the September or the start to September we've had, um, there's just room either way. So I mean, we're just hanging out right underneath the 52-week high. We broke out and are up sharply from the beginning of September. Right, broke through the 50-day, ran, put in a new 52-week high, pulled back a little bit. The volume has been light essentially like the entire month, and I just feel like people are waiting around. So it's going to be interesting, right? It's gonna really impact the overall setup. because this was the last Fed day. Dropped about 5 points when Powell used the phrase mid-cycle adjustment, right? So yes, whether or not they cut going to be important, but also the language, what they kind of like, how they like dictate what the path is going to potentially be going forward. So a lot of moving parts. Expectations are moving very quick, and about 50-50 right now. So it really is shaping up to be an interesting FOMC meeting tomorrow. Uh, so in terms of price and moves, spiders, the straddle that expires tomorrow, so Wednesday close. So this is midweek expiration of the spiders, looking for about 2.25. So it moved about 5 top to bottom last time. So actually almost 6. So it was closer to a 6 point move top to bottom last FOMC meeting. This time around, it's about 2.25. All right. Um, for the options that for the options that expire on Friday, if you want to like push it out a little bit further, they're looking for about 375, 380 in that ballpark. All right. So 375 to 380 for Friday. 225 for Wednesday. So you can see that most of this week's premium is built into tomorrow. All right. Treasuries, obviously, probably going to be impacted by tomorrow. So they're looking for about a $2 move. That's the priced in straddle for this week's expiration. Treasuries have really fallen hard. I had about a 66% retracement from the high. So from the August breakout high, now back down. They're trying to reclaim the 50-day. They do look a little bit more susceptible to the downside. So this is something you're going to want to keep an eye on. Big moves in bonds can really impact the overall market, so definitely something to keep an eye on. They're looking for about 2 points on TLT by Friday's expiration. And last, we'll go over gold and then talk about silver real quick. But gold, so they're looking for about say about 225 on GLD, and this was the gold day, right? So had a really significant. Well, this was like the combination of the Fed and then also the tariff tweet at the beginning of August. So it was kind of like a 1-2 thing that really set up the next major leg higher in gold. So odds are treasuries, bonds are going to be moving, and gold as well as silver is going to be moving. Just you know maybe a little bit different setup than gold, but overall a pretty nice looking bull trend holding the 20-day, and this was the beginning. So this was the beginning of August, and you can see that there was the huge bullish reversal, right? Huge bullish reversal, and then the breakout like a few days later. So gold, silver going to be in play, treasury's going to be in play, spiders possibly could be setting up for a pretty big move, right? Shifting expectations, 50-50 between a 25 basis point cut and holding steady. So a lot of stuff moving. A lot of stuff is developing quick. So as much as today's been kind of like a quiet session, I'm actually expecting tomorrow to be relatively busy and some potential fireworks. So definitely be at your desk at 2 p.m. when that comes out, and let's hope for some good action. All right. So if you have any questions or comments, please don't hesitate to reach out. You know how to get in touch with me. If you like this video or if you like any of the videos that I put together, I'd love to hear from you. Or if you want to like click the link in the description of this video, you can follow for more information about options in play, different trade ideas, and so on. All right. So have a wonderful night. Best of luck trading, and I'll talk to you all tomorrow.